Welcome to the J&K Show. I'm so excited to be here today because we got a lot of things to talk with you about today. My name is J. Rob. Who we got over here?
This is K.
Whoa, K all day.
Just K, man.
Yo,
just
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
What are these things on your face? I mean, I know what they are, but why are you wearing these sunglasses?
I'm not.
For school?
I could be wrong. I thought this was my face.
Yeah, it is. Right.
My face.
Yeah, but you're hiding your face.
My face, my glasses, my shades.
Yeah.
What are you worried about over here?
I mean, the viewers want to see your face. I mean, what you trying to hide, bro?
I got nothing to
hide. I mean, you a handsome brother?
Maybe I got some. Maybe I got something to hide. I don't
really?
know. Maybe.
Man.
Maybe.
All right. Okay. Well, I digress. We'll let you rock with that.
Yes, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me rock.
So listen, we're going to talk about a lot of these hottest trending stories that's been going on that all of y'all are talking about and all of you guys want to know about, and you want to know our opinions, right? Even mine, even K's, right? Because we talking about some good stuff. So I want to kick things off with Diddy. There's a lot going on there, right, Kay?
Yeah.
A lot going on.
A lot to unpack.
A lot to unpack there. My man Diddy has been going through it for a minute right now, and I it all started obviously with the whole Cassie situation, and I think actually that's why we are where we are today, right? Because it's not like she's the biggest celebrity in the world, but she was, dating him for many years. So obviously we had the whole situation where she filed that suit against him, and he had to pay up all that money, and it was really interesting how he did that, and he paid it off really quickly, right? Really quickly, because I feel like he didn't want no parts of it.
Right.
And now, obviously, everything else is unfolding, right? Everything else is unfolding. We got people coming out and saying that he sexually assaulted them, Little Rod is involved in that, and obviously a bunch of other women are coming out, and, I don't know if it's a bandwagon thing or whatever the case may be, but I've always said, Kay, where there's smoke,
there's fire.
There's fire, right? That's my opinion. And obviously, we were talking earlier before the show about Brendan Paul, and which is his assistant. So I just kind of want to get your whole take on this whole situation that's been going down with Diddy. I don't know whether you believe it or not, and obviously we don't know. But what's your whole take on it, and where do you think his career is going to go?
Yeah, man. And so that's wild, right? Like you're talking, there's so much there. You've got, the what would they say, proven until
innocent before proven guilty, right?
Right.
Which I don't really know if that's true.
Right. Well,
I'm gonna ask you about that.
Right. But there's a lot there, right? And I think you pointed out, right? So essentially living in silence, right? With all of these things happening, Cassie comes out, files the lawsuit. It doesn't even go to the courts. It's settled out of court, right? And then that seems to somewhat open the gates, right? Other people started coming out. People used it for joke fodder. There was some seriousness to it. There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Right. I thought what was interesting, and then at some point, right, up until that point, I think it was more entertainment news, right? It fell under the entertainment stuff, celebrities on celebrities, people talking.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, right, we see it come across the wire where his homes got raided, right? So then that brought it up to a different level or a different complexion because it was, this is legal, right? Legal's involved. So it immediately felt like there was some validity, right? Because there was, think about it, remember when the Cassie lawsuit came out, there were a lot of counter arguments to Diddy paying because it was like, well, maybe he just wants it to go away, right? Like it wasn't an admission of guilt, right? That was the thing. Well,
although I don't know why people would do that, Kane.
Right.
If I'm not guilty,
right?
Why am I going to do that?
No, because I think it was the prevailing thought was it's easier for it to just kind of go away, even if it's not all true. Maybe some of it's true, but you don't even want the little bit of the truth out in addition to all of that.
Would you do that?
Listen, I would, if I am accused of what Diddy is alleged to be accused of,
right.
I would have paid it. if I didn't do anything, I probably wouldn't have. Now,
right.
probably not. Right. So anyway, we go there. Now, law enforcement raised the home. So to me, that was like, yo, what's up? Because
the kids, man,
well,
hands behind
right.
in handcuffs.
Because that also says, right, that the way that process works is a district attorney someplace somewhere, right, legally has to get a DA, law enforcement has to get that signed off by a judge in order to get your rights violated and them to enter your home. That has to be a court order.
Right.
So there had to be enough there to present a case to a judge someplace that said, yeah, I'm going to sign off on this so that you can raid multiple homes. So that to me was, oh, there may be something there. Okay. So then it was like finding Waldo because the plane was here, the plane was there. Turns out fine. We all find out that Diddy was right there in Miami where all the people thought he was parts of the world. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I certainly don't know. It seemed to kind of settle down a little bit.
Right.
Next thing that pops up, as you mentioned, his assistant then gets arrested, drug charges. Right. So let me tell you the significance of that. Just one man's opinion. I have no inside information. I don't know anything. Right. But I'm imagining that this assistant who may be privy and has exposure to to any number of things that he may have witnessed. So if I'm a DA that's looking to maybe convict Puff, I might have a conversation with that assistant. What do you know and when did you know it?
Right.
Right? You're looking at 5, 10 years, what have you, on those drug charges. I can make that go away with a snap of the finger. I can put you in a country club kind of penitentiary situation, low security. Right. Give us this information. You're a small fish. We want the big fish. I think the heat just kind of turned up on Diddy once again. So it's interesting, man. It really is like, whoa. But and this last thing I'll say, or maybe not the last thing, but the other thing I'll say is, there's this country, if not the world, loves a redemption story, right? But you're gonna have to go through some ish in order to get to that place, right? Right. Whether it's Bill, right? Think about Bill Cosby when Cannibal first, just a random stand-up act created that snow. Right. He gets incarcerated. By the time he came out, it felt totally different, right? Yeah. It was okay, right? Harvey Weinstein, right? They're reversing charges and so on, right? I think that, assuming that all of this stuff plays out for Diddy, and it happens, it could, but I think he's gonna have to walk on some hot coals, barefoot, really kind of go through some ish. Yeah. Do a perp walk. Yeah. The orange jumper. I'm not saying that will happen for him, but I'm saying that would be where I think people feel like they've got their pound of flesh, and then they can say, okay, we'll let you back into the fold. Because we love a redemption story, man.
What do you think? Do you think they went too far when they handcuffed the kids? I mean, and there's also a lawsuit against his son, right? And that women are coming out against his son now, right? And saying that he sexually assaulted them. And it's like, oh, like father, like son. It's like, it's crazy. So do you think that was maybe too much that they're actually handcuffing the children, or what?
So I'm a full disclosure. I've had family in law enforcement, right? Okay. And so I kind of look at it through this lens. Right. If I want my family to come home safe, right? Yeah. And I'm going inside. I don't know anything. I don't know these folks. I don't know how their reaction is going to be. Right. So if my safety is a matter of, let me put these shackles on you. Let me put these handcuffs on you. You know what I mean? It ain't the worst thing in the world. I get it optically when we all on the outside looking in. Oh, them kids ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's
but you don't know that, man. Adrenaline's rushing. Like sometimes it's like I might be a cop or law enforcement. Let me put these handcuffs on you because I don't want him to shoot you. Yeah, this other cop, right? Like I don't want him saying, "Oh, I saw him flinching. I thought he was reaching for." Like who knows why, right? You know what I mean? It ain't all bad. It could be like. Yeah, look here, little homie. Let me put these on you. Right? You don't even know, right?
You ain't messing with my life. I want to go home and see my wife tonight.
Right. You don't know. You don't know what the other law enforcement dude said on the car on the way over here, right? So let me put this on here for your safety, so that he can't say like we have no idea the backstory. Yeah. So I'm okay with it. Listen, man, it was a raid.
It was a raid. Yeah.
It was a raid. No one knocks on the door and say, do you mind if we like that ain't happening?
It's not happening,
right? You know. So
Do you think that people are, we talked about earlier, innocent before proven guilty. How do you think people are seeing Diddy right now today in the public's opinion, right?
Well,
What do you think? Like, you hear a lot of jokes going on online, no Diddy, right? So you don't really know. So what do you think? What do you think people are thinking and how it's really going to...
So Jay, I'd say you said the key thing. You said in the public mind,
opinion, right?
The public's mind, the public opinion. From that standpoint, he's guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty is sin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Legally, you know what the line is, right? No, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in public, I think from an opinion standpoint,
Yeah.
right, that I believe folks think there's just been so much smoke,
Yeah.
right, that there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
And so,
Right.
yeah, I think, for me, I think that's how people feel about it.
Yeah, and they always say innocent before proven guilty. I think it's opposite. I think people are guilty before proven innocent. And even when you are proven innocent, right, in the court of law, like let's take O.J. Simpson, right? He was innocent, right, of killing Nicole Brown Simpson. And it's really not cool because, well, I'm not gonna say it's not cool. The thing is, he was proven innocent, but he was really guilty. So the day he died, he was always guilty. He couldn't do anything else. He couldn't make any more money. He was shut down. So it doesn't even matter. Let's just say Diddy is innocent, right? That would be horrible. I'm sure there can be a lot of defamation suits that he files afterwards because whether he is innocent or guilty, he's messed up for the rest of his life. Even if he does come back, he's messed up. So it's almost, it's really unsettling to see this whole thing. Listen, I love the guy. I think he's talented. He's brought us so much great music, entertainment over the years. So for me to see whether he's innocent or guilty, it's really sad. If he's guilty, listen, justice needs to be served and he's got to, pay for the ramifications of his crimes. But it's just sad. It's sad for me when I see that people just jump on it and just say, oh, well, he's guilty and start making all these jokes or whatever. It's sad.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with the jokes.
You have no problem with the jokes?
I have no problem with the jokes. If
Even if it's not true? If it turns out to be true.
I don't have any problem with the jokes one way or the other. I respect that form of entertainment. It's jokes, man. Like,
you think people like watching people's downfall?
Oh, hell yeah.
See, in a car crash.
Absolutely.
What if it's you?
What happened?
What if it's you? What if you do something and you're innocent and people are making jokes about you?
Like, what's your question? Would I like it?
Yeah, like it's defamation of a character when you're innocent.
Of course I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't like it. You want to hit the off switch for the world, but that ain't the world we live in, man. Mm-hmm. And so from a spectator sport,
yeah.
Oh, I'm all in for that, right? Like all in for the carnage, the comedy, the funny. Yeah, absolutely, right? Like bring some levity to it, even those things that are not necessarily funny. I like, and I know this is kind of going a different place, but I think we've lost some of that, man. Like it is way too sensitive in terms of comedy and the things that we can point out and talk about and so on. Like things are funny often because there's some truth to it, right? It makes you awkward. It makes us feel awkward, right? Like that to me is what's good. So if things become untouchable, then what are we going to laugh at?
Well, I will say, listen, people have a lot of jokes on this, but seriously, like if he is guilty, I really feel sorry for all of the women and men that, if it's true, sexual assault is horrible, rape is horrible, and if he did what he did, he definitely needs to pay the crime.
Okay,
the time.
So now that you just turned Twitter sphere all against me, suggesting that I'm laughing and thinking that.
Well, we don't know if he's guilty.
Blank assaults and blank this and blank that. Yeah. I'm not D-Wit. I'm not saying that that's funny.
Okay.
I'm saying that, listen,
That's what you got from that?
Well, yeah, that's what I got. So, listen, when Fifth goes out there and starts clowning. Right, and making jokes and all that, and then, listen, and when there is something questionable in behavior or comment and like people are saying no Diddy, that to me is funny.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
It is funny.
Like
50 is 50.
Right. And the actual crimes and stuff like that against people are like there's no place for that. So I'm not laughing about that.
I'm gonna hope it's not true.
Right.
But we'll see what's going on.